there we go. Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely did surprise myself. I was going up there just planning to just kind of grind it out and do the best I could and just try and be the gritty me and just try and just grind out some at bats. But it worked out. I got the barrel to a couple balls and then actually missed the barrel on one and got a base hit, and that's the way baseball works. So yeah, I did surprise myself a little bit, but I was really, really glad to be able to help, be able to get on base, be able to create some traffic for the guys, and the guys really came through with some big hits. So it was a very, very good surprise.
Now, I know it's obviously not fair to put the onus on any one player, but do you feel a certain sense of responsibility given the way the offense has been to be that guy that's the catalyst that gets things going in the right direction?
Well, I don't know if I necessarily feel like a responsibility for it, but I feel like I can be that just by being me. But I also think that there's also something to like a little bit of change, a little bit of something new, and that sometimes spices things up a little bit, and I think it kind of gave a little bit of more life to the guys. They appreciate being around me, and I appreciate being around them. And I think it was just something new that then when I was able to get on base that first time, it was just kind of more of a here we go, let's get this going kind of thing. And so, I honestly am just wondering if it wasn't just a little something new that kind of sparked today. And so I'm glad to be able to help with that. But I'm also going to try and get on base as much as I can and grind out at bats and never give one away. And so hopefully that mentality will also give other guys confidence. And, we racked up the pitches early on Montgomery and, really made him have to work, deep into his pitch count early. And so he had to show a lot more pitches and it wasn't just smooth sailing. So I think just kind of wearing them down was really the key. And so I'm glad that I could help with that.
Thanks.
Next up is Tony DeComo.
Hey, Brandon. How important has Walker been for you guys just in terms of the stability he's given your rotation with all the injuries to guys around him?
Yeah, of course. Gosh, he's been an amazing pitcher. It's been really, really fun to watch him, to play defense behind him. He really, I think he surprised everyone, but, from what we were seeing in spring, we were like, man, this guy is really stinking good. And so was really, really happy for him. Would have loved to see that no-hit bid go. But, he gave us a great effort, really did an amazing job. And, all the credit to him for holding them at bay. That's a big powerful offense. And he held them at bay so that we could put some runs up for him.
You say he's surprised people. What do you think he's done maybe different this year that's allowed him to have this sort of consistent success?
That's a good question. I didn't see him a whole lot with him being mainly on the West Coast, but I just know that he's hitting his spots with all 5 pitches, and that I know just as a batter that makes things really, really tough. He has 5 very good pitches, and he's hitting his spots with them. And he's not giving in, not even in hitters counts. And so that is a really tough at bat for anyone.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Healy, your line's open.
Hey, Brandon, I know you're just fresh back from the IL, but the rest of the team had been in the middle of this 18 games and 17 days stretch until you had the rain out last night. How much can a day off or most of a day off help a team out after in a stretch like this?
Yeah, no question. The guys got back at 4 a.m. that morning, and so they really didn't get a lot of sleep. And so I think that rain out did help because that would have been a grinder for sure. That's that one where you don't have a lot of sleep, you don't have a ton of energy, and you just got to try and find it from somewhere. So this allowed the guys to get back, get a good night's rest, and come ready to go today. And I think it showed in the way we played.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Rich Catino, your line's open.
Hey, Brandon, when you have a big offensive game like you guys had today, there are a lot of reasons for it. But when you look at the lineup card and you see that you and Lindor got on base 7 times in the first 6 innings of the game, giving the RBI guys a chance to drive in runs. How important was that to the effort today?
Yeah, it really was. It was very important. Us getting on there and, being the so-called, table setters, it is really important because it just allows more opportunities for that big base hit to come through. I don't believe we hit a home run today. So we just were able to, kind of win by 1,000 cuts really. And so when we were able to do that, nobody has to have that really big, home run to win a game. We just had nice, consistent, good at bats, and had Dom come through with some huge base hits, KP, a ton of guys. And so all that does is it just creates traffic when Lindor and I get on like that. And, that allows more opportunities. With more opportunities, you like your chances of coming through on one of those.
Eddie C., you get the final question.
Hey, Brandon, I know you didn't have many chances out there today, but this is probably the biggest expanse of outfield you've seen in a while. So how did it feel being back out there in center?
It felt good. Ty, he didn't really give me a lot of opportunities, which was fine. It was good just to get back out there. I wasn't really able to get out for BP yesterday either. So it was kind of first time back out there. So just need to see the flight of the balls again in this stadium, but it felt good. Once we got into the rhythm of the game, it was, business as usual, and just trying to help him out in whatever way I could.
Brandon, congratulations, and thanks for the time.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Taiwan. Thank you for the time. Your first question will come from Mike Puma.
Hey, Taiwan, when you get through those 5 innings hitless there and you're at 87 pitches, are you thinking that no hitters in the realm, or what are you thinking about there?
Just thinking about getting outs. Obviously, I know I haven't getting up a hit, but my goal is just go out there, try to get quick outs, and make them put the ball in play and let my defense work. Defense is really good behind me today. But yeah, I know what's going on, but again, I'm just trying to go out there, attack the zone, and not change anything.
Also, do you think you've stated your case for the All-Star game here? You look at your numbers and kind of where you are.
Honestly, it would be cool to make it, but my number one goal is to go out there and help the team win. Try to go out there, put up zeros, and give the team the best chance to win. If I made it, it would be cool, but my goal is to go out there and just to help the team.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Harold was muted. I'm assuming that he sent it to me. So Taiwan, yes, is that what you were saying, Harold? Yes.
Apologies, Steve. You are up next. Thank you.
Taiwan, you threw more sliders than you threw in any game this year. Was that game plan against a righty-heavy lineup, or did you have a particularly good feel for that pitch today?
I felt my slider was pretty good last start, but I feel like I have 5 or 6 pitches I can throw, and to have that many weapons, whatever's working that day, we kind of just lean on. And they had a lot of righties in there, but we threw a lot of 4 seams, a lot of 2 seams, and we just mixed it off the slider, and they weren't really doing much damage on the slider. So we just kept throwing it. They had a good approach today. They don't really chase much, so they worked the count pretty well, but we just kept throwing it and just tried to keep them off balance.
You had as you said, you have 5 pitches that you feel comfortable with. I know that was something that last year and during the Tommy John you really added and changed the way you pitched. Do you feel this season more confident in each one of those pitches than you did even a year ago? Has there been a step up in that regard for you?
Yeah, I just feel like just having the confidence in all of them. The slider was my first time. It was more of a true slider last year. I threw it quite a bit. Same with the curveball. I feel like my curveball was pretty good last year. And so just moving into this year, I felt really good with everything. And the more I throw, the more confident I feel. And just seeing the results on all those pitches. I'm getting weak contact with the slider and the two seam and the curveball and stuff. So it's just giving me more confidence to go out there and throw it and just trusting it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Tim Healy, your line is open.
Hey, Taijuan, you've played it really cool when it comes to the All-Star talk, but over the next 20, 24 hours, is that something that will be on your mind at all? Or is the announcement or notice that you might get something you are, kind of anticipating or counting down the hours to or anything like that?
I'm definitely anxious to find out, but, right now it's out of my hand. I just, like I said, going out there, helping the team, try to win games, and whatever happens, happens. If I make it, awesome. If not, then I'll have 4 days off to enjoy with the family and recharge and get ready for second half.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Tim Britton, your line's open.
Hey, Taijuan, how do you stay fresh during some of those longer half innings when the team is scoring runs for you and you're going like a half hour between pitches?
Honestly, short or long innings, I'm always walking around in the dugout, just trying to keep my legs loose and warm, and just trying to keep my arm loose too. I know those long innings, but short or long innings, I'm always walking around, always talking to guys and looking at video and stuff. So I'm just constantly moving.
And you said your number one goal is for the team to win. The Mets are 12-3 in your starts now. How proud are you of that number?
Extremely. I want to go out there every day, try to go deep into games, and if our team gets to win, then I feel like I did my job.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Disha Thozar.
Hey, Taijuan, how much did your extra rest? I think you pitched on the 8 days today instead of the typical 5. Just how much did that play into your outing today?
No, I felt good. My arm felt fresh today. I felt like my velo was pretty good today, and I think I threw 107 pitches, and it honestly didn't feel like it. I felt like I could have kept going. So those extra days definitely helped. Thanks.
Eddie Coleman, your line is open.
Hey, Taijuan, back to the All-Star stuff just for a second. Considering all you've been through and the injuries and the rehab that you had to go through, what would this mean to you if you were selected?
It would definitely feel special. I had missed it 2 years because of Tommy John and some shoulder stuff. But, it definitely feels special for me and, everyone who's helped me get to this point, honestly, all my trainers and that I've had and coaches and teammates and stuff. So it would definitely feel special.
Thank you.
Taijuan, final question from Pat Ragazzo.
Hey, Taijuan, you talk a lot about attacking hitters and trusting your stuff and your defense behind you. How much harder is that against a dangerous lineup like this in a hitter's park?
Yeah, man, honestly, the homer I gave up to Judge, I thought he hit it really good. And then see Conforto like against the wall and, it seemed like he was camped under it for a second and just flew out there. But, our defense is really good, and I'm just trying to go out there and attack the zone. And I know that our defense is going to make plays for me. And, the more I can do that, the more I can get deeper into games. And today they just weren't really chasing much. They worked a lot of 3-2 counts and got my pitch count up.
Good. Taijuan, congratulations. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Louis, for the time. Your first question will come from Steve Gelbs.
Hey, Louis, just what type of a catalyst is Brandon Nimmo for this lineup?
I mean, he did today what we expect him to do offensively, right? Getting on base, not necessarily would be a walk. He came up swinging, and as you know, much of we can say that Brandon has a patient approach. Like I don't think so. He's aggressive, and he showed it. He showed it today. He's gonna be aggressive with the pitch that he's looking for. If it's not that pitch, he's gonna take it. And I think he ran into that pitch 3 times. That's why he got the 3 hits. So got us going. There was connection, and he was the one that led to it. You know, he connected with Francisco and Dom for us today. I think Nemo's presence was the difference in us just rallying and beating for the runs that we scored.
Brandon said that he thinks sometimes offenses just need, a change, just something needs to happen. And that, maybe for the offense today, just him being back in the lineup, getting on base to start, maybe that was it. Do you buy into that? Do you think that is something that is valid?
Yes, I agree with Brandon. And for example, one thing that I saw today was us being more aggressive. Like we were aggressive. And yes, we got fooled a few times with Montgomery. Everyone that went on the mound got fooled somebody with a pitch. And that's just going to happen. I think the guys understanding that they can live with that and just keep going with their approach in an aggressive or in an ongoing way is just going to get you to take A swings. And I thought the guys took a lot of A swings today, despite only hitting 1 extra base hit, but we were ready to hit. And that's what we want to see. So once we connect one quality at bat after the other and taking those type of swings, I think we can be able to score as many runs as we did today.
Thanks.
Joel, your line's open.
Luis, I know you didn't take advantage of the short porch, but I wonder, especially with Nimmo added to the lineup, if you think your team fits this stadium better than the team that actually plays its home games here.
I can't say that. I mean, I was yelling at the umpire. There's no safe lead, I think, here. I was yelling at the umpire for a lot of calls that I thought were closed. I got to take a look back. I don't know if I was right or not, but it almost felt like I was begging. But I mean, 1 strike is big here because these guys have a lot of power. I mean, you look at this guys, and I thought the wind was blowing in at one point, and Judge basically just helped that ball over the short porch. We do have guys that can definitely hit a ball out front and maybe hit a couple of homers here in this series. We have 2 games to maybe try to do that if we can. But I can't say that we can do it more than them or less than them. It's just, I think it goes both ways. I think, we have guys that can do it. And obviously, I mean, they have a lot of guys. They have 2 guys in the lineup that hit 50 homers in one season. It's it's really tough to just start comparing and or anything like that. And I'm telling you, 1 strike, 1 out for me. Every single out I lived it today just because of how dangerous that lineup can be. So that's as much as I can tell you, Joel.
Thanks, Louis.
Next question comes from Mike Puma.
Louis, when you get into the 6th there, Walker still hasn't given up a hit. Are you thinking pitch count in your head? Like what kind of the top number he can go to is, or what are you thinking about?
I was thinking pitch count over the special, no question. And if we happen to pull him because of a walk or hit by pitches and not giving up a hit, like I was going to lean on that and not just try to see if he was going to get through that inning with a no-hitter. Health always going to come first. We know we're all aware that something special is probably happened. It's early, still it's the 6th inning, but we were probably going to remove him. That's why Castro was throwing because we were thinking that if he reached a certain pitch count, we were going to pull him. He got to 106, so which I think is probably his highest this season. So yeah, we gotta be cognizant that it's probably the highest pitch count he's had this year, and then we didn't want to push it. So health over over what was happening for us for sure.
Also, has he? I mean, is it obvious that he stated his case for the All-Star team here?
I mean, he's a guy that, for me, deserves to be in the All-Star game. Like, he's been outstanding for us, right? He's been like another ace. We talk about Jacob deGrom, and Taijuan has been like another ace for us. He's got the numbers. I mean, he's shown it repeatedly, and you know, he did it once again here in Yankee Stadium against Machinery. Like just a great lineup, and it's a tough lineup to navigate and to get to the sixth inning with a no hitter. Like, you know, it's just a lot about him. This is who he's been the whole season for us.
Thank you.
Justin Toscano, your line's open.
Hey, Louis, you alluded to it a couple minutes ago, but what does it say about your offense that you didn't hit a homer, only had one extra base hit, and were able to do the damage you did?
I think we're going to hit it for extra bases. And I think I said the day before yesterday that we cannot single everybody to that. It kind of happened today. Dom was the one that hit the double with the bases loaded. But I think we're going to do it. I saw guys taking swings with more conviction today. So being more aggressive. We have to be aggressive. Are we going to strike out? We're going to strike out. We're going to swing and miss. Yes, we're going to chase. All that's going to happen. We got to take A swings. And even with 2 strikes, we got to take some A swings. Everyone's doing it in the game. And that's why the homers, are happening, because a lot of people are getting away from the real 2-strike approach. If you have that strength, if you're that hitter, and I think we have a lot of those that can take the luxury of taking an A swing with 2 strikes. So we just got to keep doing that. I saw a lot of that today, even though we only have 1 extra base hit. So I just want to keep encouraging the guys, and I know we will, to stay aggressive and just keep taking hacks there.
And then when you see that increased aggression from your guys, what do you attribute that to?
I think it comes from messaging more than anything. I think not today, but yesterday, we had a hitters meeting there, and the guys were talking about sticking to their plan, and exactly what I'm just sharing with you, and just knowing that it's going to fail at times. You're going to chase. The pitchers are also competing, and we're facing really good pitchers in any point of the game. So Michael King came in, and we're up 8-0 or something. He basically cruised through us. He threw the ball great, and so we just got to be cognizant that that's going to happen. We're going to lose some battles. Guys are going to go 0-4 and 0-5, and you just got to keep being aggressive and trust your approach, trust your plan. And I think we talked about that yesterday. Today they didn't do the meeting because game got canceled, and I think they carry that over to today. So that I got to attribute it to the messaging the group had that room, talking about how good of a hitters we can be, but how much we got to trust the plan that we put together.
Ed, your line's open.
Hey, Louis, your thoughts on Familia today, who I think came in and did what you've been looking for him to do, was throw strikes, be aggressive.
Yeah, that was the key for him. He threw strikes, threw it with a slider, threw it with a sinker. And once hitters start seeing that, they're gonna get in swing mode. That's my thing with him. His stuff is electric. Familia can be a special pitcher, and it's just he throws strikes. That's it. Like that's gonna get him there. He's facing a team that does not chase a lot. He faced some hitters that do not chase a lot, and he got 4 out of 4, struck out 3 batters. So nasty. He was nasty. So it's good that he came back and that he's healthy, ready to go. Hopefully he's up tomorrow. He can go back to back. Hopefully, let's see.
Tony, your line's open.
Hey, Luis, now that you got through today, are you ready to commit to Oswald for game 2 tomorrow, or are you looking at something else?
We're still TBA there. We want to see game 1, how it goes, just to make sure that there's nothing going on or nothing happens and we're safe. And game 2, then we'll name our starter in between games potentially. So we're still TBA.
Thank you.
Jake Signer, you're next.
Hey, Luis, the attendance tonight was 40,000, which is the biggest, excuse me, the biggest crowd for either New York team since before the pandemic. I'm just curious if you sense that at all in the field, just the size of the crowd and just what that means to you at this point, just given what the city's been through.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was felt, Jake. Like it was loud. It was electric. I think the guys missed it. It was outside the score, outside the result of the game, everything. I think it's special to feel an attendance like that. Even Taijuan Walker said it to me in game while he was still in the game. It's like, say, man, this is special. Like the Subway Series and the passion of both fans, both fan bases, and it's just yeah, it's great to just get back to this. We missed that a lot last year. I know we had our Subway Series and the motivation, everything was there because we were competing, but you can't compare it to this. Like this is way too much, right? Compared to how it was last year. This is special for sure.
Rich Catino, you're next. Your line's open.
Hey, Louis, you when you have an offensive day like you guys had, table setters are always big. And when you look at the lineup call in the first 6 innings of the game, Nimmo and Lindor were on base 7 times. How much did that fuel the offensive day for you guys today?
That's what we need, Rich, to score runs. I mean, we have been talking about our offense for like 2 weeks. I've been getting questions from you guys about our offense, and we need connection. We need one quality at bat after the other to get a rally going. Like we got a rally going, and that's something that we haven't done often. We just here and there we put 2 runs and then 1 run there, and then we scored 3 at the end of the game, and our pitching does a good job. We make some good defensive plays, and we're playing 1-run game. So the connection that we had today was different. Like I said earlier, Nimmo led our offense, I thought, getting on base the 3 times, and I think the bottom did a good job. Having McNeil batting 8th made our lineup very deep, and he got on base 3 times as well. So if we connect at bat, another one at bat to another, that's when we're gonna get results. Sometimes you don't even have to get on base or get a knock. But one deep at bat followed by another deep at bat because guys are giving quality at bats. He just trains the pitcher, and second time through the lineup, you benefit from this. So I think we did a good job throughout the game with our bats. A lot of quality at bats led to our runs scored today.
Final question will come from Pat Ragazzo.
Hey, Louis. How significant was it for Drew Smith to get through those last 2 innings for you guys and kind of preserve the bullpen there?
Yes, that was a great outing. He helped us to save some runs that we didn't want to probably use with the 5-run lead. We didn't have Lugo today, and so we're down to basically May, Oswald, Loop, and Sugar at that point because we were planning on using Familia only for 1 inning. He did come back and did what he did. The 1, 2, 3 inning after getting that out to end the season. But Drew was outstanding. Command of his fastball. He's able to place it up in the zone and then mixing the cutter. Cutter was the best I've seen it this season. So that's a confidence booster for him. It's been great for us doing this type of job, coming in whether down up by more than 3 or 4 runs, and he's been getting outs. Definitely a staff favorite.
Louis, thank you very much for the time.
Thanks, Aaron. See you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Dom, for joining us. And your first question is going to come from Steve Gelbs.
Hey, Dom. First of all, just how much did it mean to this offense to have Brandon Nimmo back in the lineup?
I mean, it means the world. It's just one of the players that we love as a brother. To bring the energy to the top of the order, and a huge bat that we missed. So it was great to have him back out there. And I mean, we saw what we were missing, obviously, and last couple months he's been out. So it's just happy to get him back and get some of the guys back. I mean, it's just fun.
I know you said the other night when I asked about your splits against lefties that you were unaware of how well you've done against lefties this year. Overall in your career, you've hit lefties pretty well. So many left-handed batters struggle left on left. Why overall do you think that you've just always been comfortable, and maybe this year even more so?
Like I told you the other night, Steve, I don't really put any focus on the hand of the pitcher. Take each day and I put my scouting report together, and I try to just treat every pitcher the same and try to do damage. It's funny that you say my splits are better, because some days I face left-handed pitchers and I'm like, that's a lefty, I gotta face him again. So it's pretty good to hear that my splits are good, because some days I feel like, oh man, this lefty. I mean, definitely gonna take it and just keep working with it.
Thanks.
Mike Puma, your line is open.
3 RBIs today. You look at Nimmo and Lindor. I think we're on base combined 7 times. What's it like coming up with and seeing all those guys on base?
Yeah, it's just fun. It's something that we know this offense can do and is capable of, and I think that's why I feel like as a group we turn the page so well. We might have tough losses, or we might lose games, or we might have runs, but we believe in each other. We believe in how good we can be, and today was a test of it. Almost every day we're running in scoring position, so yeah, it's funny. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt because I should have put together even more quality at bats, and it's just something that look to get better at and just keep improving on, because we have a big goal. That's to win the World Series, and we got to take it one day at a time and try to just get better. And I see situations and instances where I can get better, and that's just what I want to improve on.
What can you say about what Taijuan Walker has meant to this team this season?
I mean, everything. This whole rotation and bullpen, I mean, they've carried us to this point, and it just shows us we can win games just because they keep us in game every day. Ty is, he's done exceptionally well. I think he's exceeded a lot of his expectations coming into New York, but it's something that, he goes out with every day with a chip on his shoulder, because he's not getting the respect that he deserves. And he goes out every day, takes the ball, and he doesn't want to come out the game. Even today when he came out, he was trying to, go another inning. He was trying to talk Louis into letting him stay in the game, but that just shows the competitor he is. It shows the leader he is, and that's why I feel like he's helped a lot of these young guys, and why the rotation is good. I mean, we have some really good veterans at the front of our rotation, and really good veteran pieces, bullpen pieces, and they just show what it takes to be successful at this level, and what kind of emotions, attitude, just being a dog out there, and I think they do a good job at it.
Thank you.
Jake Signer, your line's open.
Hey, Dom. The attendance today was 40,000. It's the biggest crowd that either the New York teams has had since before the pandemic. I'm just curious what the atmosphere is like on the field, if you notice that at all, and just what that means given what the city's been through.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just this whole season has been awesome, and just a total just sigh of relief that life is going back to normal, and the players love it. Whether we're on the road or we're at home, whether we're getting booed or getting cheered, we just love having fans out there. We love interacting with fans, and I think that's something that was missed in the game. And the fact that crowds are getting extremely loud, we just love that type of energy, and it's the reason why we play this game. A lot of times people think we play for the money, but we play for the love and obviously for the fans in our city, and that's why the fans mean so much to us.
Next question comes from Justin Toscano. Justin, your line's open.
Hey, Dom. Louis said that he noticed you guys were more aggressive offensively today and swung with more conviction. I'm wondering what you attribute that to.
I mean, it's just playing baseball. That's all we try to do every day. We just try to come in and play some baseball. And I know the Atlanta series, I think we kind of seemed passive as a group, as offense. Some days we were taking too many strikes, and sometimes whether it be a breaking ball, curveball, change up, or whatever the case may be, it might be the best pitch you'll get the whole at bat. So that's just something that as a group we noticed that we kind of got ourselves in holes, and pitchers were able to execute their next pitches to get us out. So we wanted to kind of be the aggressors and kind of take that away today, but be aggressive to a zone, not just swinging at everything, not just chasing balls. If they came over the heart, we were just ready to hit, and that's why we were able to just grind out all these at-bats.
Thank you.
Ed Coleman, you are up next.
Hey, Dom, you used the whole field today, singles to the center and the right and the double the opposite way. Is that just the pitches you haven't hit or something that you're trying to do?
Yeah, as everybody knows, I mean, this year has been a grind for us as a team, for us as an offense, and just trying to figure things out and continuously work and trying to just figure out my swing. And I know that it was some pitches inside that I pulled. There was a pitch outside I hit up the middle, and then the pitch that I hit the double on opposite way was inside. So I think a lot of it is just a test to being in a good position to hit and just taking a good swing at the pitch. And that's something that I know all of us, we try to strive to do, and sometimes we can't do it, but it's something I feel pretty confident and comfortable over the last several days. I just feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm not too far in front of breaking pitches, and I'm actually just staying on the ground and staying stable to the ground. So it's something that, like I said, it's been a grind all year. We're going to continuously work on it. I can show up tomorrow and, lose everything I had today, the last couple of days, but it's part of the game. And I mean, I don't plan on that happening. I plan on coming in, doing my routine and hitting some more balls hard tomorrow.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mike Puma, back to you.
Oh, Harold, I didn't have my hand up.
Okay, your hand was still there. So, Dom, congratulations. Thanks for the time today.
Thank you, guys. You have a great night.
All right, this concludes tonight's post-game Zoom. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Stay tuned later to receive a link for tomorrow's availability for planning purposes. You can look for Luis Rojas's pregame media Zoom to take place at approximately 11.